Part 2 of horror films I have seen that were great ideas on paper, but I feel they were just poorly executed. Once again, I'm not necessarily saying these are all bad movies, I just wish they had done more with the premise. If you enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like and follow, more movie related content. I don't mind getting Bigfoot horror films every so often, it's a fun premise and Primal Rage is pretty gnarly, and I enjoyed the start of this film. Unfortunately, it just feels like a lot was left on the table. They seem like they were preparing to go into some of the lore of this creature, which could have been really cool, but they do nothing with it. Plus, I just feel like this ends at such an odd place. Most of the last half of the film was a bit disappointing. And here's a Christmas horror film. A family wakes up on Christmas Day trapped in their home by some strange substance, and they start getting vague yet unsettling instructions on their TV. I love the setup for this movie, and this can be quite disturbing in places. I somewhat enjoy the chaos you get with the tension between characters, but the potential does not feel fleshed out at all. It's a bit too subtle for what it should have been, and like many films similar to this, the ending was quite anticlimactic. Going for comedy in a story about a bear on cocaine was the right choice. I got some chuckles out of a few scenes, but I think my main issue is that this movie just has way too many characters. It's hard to grow attached to anyone or see their personality fleshed out, or their sense of humor when you just keep flopping between 3 to 4 different groups of people, some of which are just not very interesting. And I also would have left more time to get that full potential of a crazed and tweaked bear. A horror film surrounding a conspiracy about the hidden aftermath of Chernobyl? Count me the fuck in. But not like this, where most of the movie is not in Chernobyl itself, but either in settings with uninteresting characters or in a vehicle or two. I would say about 10 minutes of this movie is interesting. It feels like just as it's starting to pick up, the movie is over. I understand budget limitations, but I would love to see a remake with a higher budget for Hayride to Hell, where a farmer will do anything to avoid losing his farm and the famous small town haunted hayride attraction. Bill Moseley and Kane Hodder were highly amusing in this, but this just felt like the first draft of a script before you key in more creativity and detail. A literal deadly hayride sounds like an awesome plot, but when it feels like you have a $10 budget, unfortunately there's not much you can do about that. And we are ending on yet another Christmas film. This one was hyped up a lot last year, and I watched it around Christmas Eve, I believe, and I like parts of it. A team goes on an archaeological dig in the mountains and they unearth Santa Claus, but this Santa Claus is not the jolly one we all know and love. I will likely always try an evil Santa film. It's just such a fun storyline, but most of the comedy and horror aspects of Rare Exports just doesn't interest me very much. It is well shot and acted. There are a handful of good scenes, including a plot twist that I enjoyed. This just didn't land for me as much as I'd hoped. But there are 6 more horror films that I think are great ideas, but with lackluster execution. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Did you disagree with any of these? Let me know and make sure to also add any films you think fit this list.